Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry, allergies. Um, we are back and we are watching Waco. I did some checking. There are 6 episodes total, and we are getting ready to do number 5. So, what do they call it? The penultimate, the almost the end. So we're going to give that a watch and see how it goes, see what happens for the different characters. Oh, I want to say I called Jake's character the wrong actor. And I knew who it is in my head. It's the one who does, I can't remember his name, the sloth in Ice Age. I love Ice Age, but it's been forever, so I can't remember the sloth's name. But he voices him, and he's been in a lot of movies. And I am so sorry I called him the wrong name. The name is John, and I can't say the last name. I was close to saying it, but I had it wrong, and I'm probably mixing 2 of the actors together. I tend to do that with names. There are people I have had problems with from the beginning of time. I've always mixed up Steven Tyler and Mick Jagger. You know, people like that, people who there's just enough similarity to swap them. I do it in real life too. I do it with coworkers and stuff like that. I had a coworker that had an office across the hall from me for 3 years. And at the end of the 3 years, I was still saying, hey, you. So I am terrible with names, and I am so sorry. But it's John Leguizamo. I can't say it even looking at it, and I am so sorry because I am butchering it. But I love him as an actor. He's great. Sid the Sloth. So, at any rate, I'm so sorry. I better check and make sure it is him doing Sid. I'm almost positive. And I believe he was also in Tu Wong Fu. I don't have my contacts in, so give me a second here. Ice Age, yep. And gosh, he's been in so much stuff. When was Tu Wong Fu? I could have sworn he was in that. Oh, yep. He played Chi-Chi in Tu Wong Fu. So I was remembering the right person. I had the wrong name. I am so sorry, John, if you some miracle are watching this. So sorry. Okay, back to what we were doing. We are watching Waco. It's going to be interesting to see how things progress, both for Jake, for Thibodeau. And I apologize for mispronouncing his name. I was putting an R in there. It's Thibdeau, or there's an O in there. Thibodeau, I believe is how it's spelled, but pronounced Thibodeau. So I apologize to him. And so I'm curious there. I'm curious to see what happens with Steve, because now he's gone full loyal again, but now he's got a lot of resentment back again. So he's had a lot of seesawing with his relationship with David Koresh. I almost forgot his name. Told you guys, I'm terrible. I think those are the main things. In the interrogator, I'm invested in him as well. So those characters I'm invested in. David Koresh, I'm not invested in him, but part of that's because I understand part of his personality, and I'm not being charmed by him. We'll put it that way. All right. So you guys ready to get started? I am. Let's get this done. I'm going to do 5 and 6. Oh my gosh, it's 11:30 already. That's all right. It's Saturday. For me, it's Saturday. So we're going to get these two watched because I want to get them done and out of the way, because tomorrow I'm washing the outside of the house. So I don't know if I'll have time to watch tomorrow. Okay, let's get started. Only on day 9.
Well, our intel is saying that people are starting to question their loyalty to Koresh.
How many people are still inside?
We estimate 130.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
All possibilities are a concern.
Have you been talking?
Random? It's all one big coincidence? That a proton collided with a neutron, and that's how it all got started? Well, who created that proton, Gary? Who created that neutron? How did the universe get this possibility?
So it sounds like David Koresh believed that God created the Big Bang, which are, I guess, could be mixed, but I've always heard them as two different theories, the scientific theory and the biblical theory. I guess you could make the argument he's making, but I don't know all the details that he's going into it. I don't know.
The kids, David. Let's talk about sending more of them out.
Gary, I know you don't like talking about religion, but religion is all I am.
Right, but the kids are what...
Listen to me. Listen carefully. These kids in here are my children, and they ain't coming out. Especially to someone who doesn't even believe in God.
That's hard.
Well, everything's hard until you practice it, right? Trust me, by your birthday, I'm gonna have you playing like John Bonham.
Are you gonna leave us, Thibodeau?
Let's try again.
He didn't answer the question.
These kids seem abused to you?
No,
I noticed you've been sleeping in your car the last few nights.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of press in town. I can't get a room at a decent rate.
I got a room with 2 beds in it, if you like.
Thank you. I got myself a pillow and my seat folds all the way back, so
Okay.
I'm good.
I know you blame me for everything that's happened, and I'll be the first to admit I was not the best mother. I had David when I was 14. It's no excuse, but what 14-year-old knows how to raise a child?
So there's some pathology that we're getting.
We don't have the luxury to not like one another. We both want the same thing. We both want our boys to come out of there.
it's okay.
I wonder if they use any of the Waco stuff in training for, in negotiations, training in tactical strategies and all that kind of stuff. Do do they learn about what was positive, what was negative, what was, what was effective, what was not effective? I wonder if they use this as a state case study.
Protocol here.
Screw your protocol! I want to talk to my son!
Ma'am.
Everybody here, all of these families here, we don't want to just stand around and just
security?
figure out that we've waited too
Security.
long. I don't want a dead
Security,
son in
please.
my hand! Let me talk to my son! Let us talk to our
I
children!
think that's going to do it for today. Thank you.
And I bet he's going to see that on the news broadcast if they get power again.
I filled a bunch of glasses. Figured I'd bring one over for Serenity.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How you guys doing?
It's freezing.
I have an extra blanket. I'll run and grab it.
Wait, Tibbs. You're the best.
Be right back.
It's nice to see her getting some reciprocal appreciation and love.
Wayne.
Whereas with David, she didn't have that.
Generator working yet? Looks like it's gonna be another cold one tonight.
Take it apart and put it back together.
At least it's not the brick.
Hi, sis. No, I'm still inside. I found a phone. And you know what? I look, Sui, I don't have a lot of time. This thing's beeping at me, but listen, there's been a lot of talk on the news and with the FBI about us committing suicide in here, and I just want you to know, no matter what they tell you, that we would never kill ourselves. And so, if we somehow, I don't know, if we wind up dead, or and that's what they're telling people around the world, then I just want you to know that it's a lie. Okay? So,
Battery died.
can you hear what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's that. Okay. Well, seems we're at a stalemate. Smokey decided to join us. That's who this is. She's one of the ferals. And she likes to torture Fangs. And Fangs is down there. So, don't have much to add. Tony, at the press conference, when they asked him about psychological warfare and he's playing stupid, there's two sides to that. One is, no, you don't want to talk about your strategies and that sort of thing. That's the whole thing that I talk about with press briefings with the government and all that kind of stuff for a long time, not with Trump. Let's not get into that. But I don't expect to know everything that's going on, because if I know everything that's going on, then our enemies know everything that's going on. And what good is that? So Tony's press briefing, saying we don't talk about tactics and that sort of thing. Yeah. but don't play stupid and say I don't know what psychological warfare is. The press is not stupid. There's a lot of good journalists out there. They get good information, and they try to keep us in check. That's their job, is to keep us in check. Now, lately, in the last 10 years, I don't know, lately, the press has, in this 24/7 cycle that we have of information and the media and the news and all that kind of stuff, it's been a race to who gets the information out first, and they're not always making sure that the information is right. And so I wish journalists would take a step back nowadays and make sure they've got the right information, verify and re-verify their information, and get collaborative information and all that kind of stuff. Wish they'd do that. But so his press briefing, roll my eyes. Don't play stupid. They can tell you're BSing. My only other comment on that whole episode is I wish they would have listened to Gary more. You have the expert in. He doesn't just negotiate. Part of his job is to know patterns and, what's going to work, what's not going to work, that sort of thing. That's what they deal with. And why bring that expert in if you're not going to listen to them? That's my big beef with what's going on in that situation. And he pretends like he's listening. He's not listening. He's not getting the info. But I don't know. At any rate, that's episode 5 of Waco. Tune in for episode 6.